Hello, my name is Crossley, and today I'm going to give you an informative speech on Mr. Karl Marx. Before I start, I'd like to give you a dictionary definition of the word communism. Communism is a theory advocating elimination of private property, a system in which goods are owned in common and are available to all as needed. I'm giving this definition because Mr. Marx spent his life spreading his love for the communist way across Europe. Now, on to Mr. Marx. He was born in Thierry, Germany in the year 1818. Father was a lawyer and his mother was a stay-at-home mom. Mr. Marx was the eldest of 9 children. After schooling in his hometown of Thierry, Marx went on to study law at Bonn University and the University of Berlin. While there, he found that he had a deep love for philosophy. Mr. Marx received his Ph.D. at the University of Jena in 1841. Some of Marx's biggest influences were Mr. Ludwig Feuerbach, who was a German philosopher, and Mr. Bruno Bauer, a professor he once had. In 1842, Marx became the editor of a 19th century paper. However, that only lasted 1 year due to his demand for radical reform. Toward the end of 1843, Marx moved to Paris, where he met Friedrich Engels, who would become a lifelong friend. Around the same time, Marx became a socialist. 1 year after the two met, they both joined the Communist League and went to write for a famous Communist Manifesto. In 1848, after the failed attempts of the revolution, Marx wanted to open the eyes of the working class and make them aware of what was going on. That led him to the founding of the revolutionary parties. Marx was exiled from majority of the continental centers, so in 1849 he moved to London. It was hard for him to earn a living due to his poor health. He suffered from chronic illness and endured the deaths of several of his children, 3 to be exact. When he was able, he would earn money being a correspondent for the New York Tribune. When he was only able to provide for himself, his friends would provide for him. One in particular was Ferdinand Lassalle, a wealthy socialist from Berlin. Another was Mr. Engels, his lifelong friend. Mr. Lassalle offered Marx a job to be an editor for the German newspaper, a radical German newspaper. Unwilling to return to his homeland, Marx rejected the job. Lassalle continued to send Marx money. However, like I said before, his biggest financial supporter was Mr. Engels. Marx never stopped writing through all his difficult times. And in 1864, Marx helped found the Working Man's Association. Marx's ideas got a lot more attention and respect in Europe at that time in the European socialist groups and radical thought. Marx was considered a great sociologist of his time and still today. He was also considered one of the main founders of economic history and a great economist, as well as a true revolutionary. Marx went on and died on March 18, 1883. To sum up some of his views, so everybody can understand this a little more clearly, Marx didn't like the fact that the working man put all his hard work and labor into something while the rich continued to get richer and the poor stayed poor. I must say I agree with a lot of Marx's views. And I'd like to say thank you for listening, and I hope my speech was informative to you. Thank you.